Hello. This is better. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let's invite anyone who wants to come on. Let's invite anyone who wants to come chat with me, who wants to come on. You will see your screen. Make sure there's no audio in the background. Make sure your video is on so I can see you guys. This is better. This is better. So how am I putting the chats on the screen? Hello. You see, this is way more interactive. Oh, those YouTube things. Hello, people, please watch his videos. Maybe you should come and do a school here in Ghana. Like, I've learned so much of you already. So maybe you and the other lady need to link up and come do a Black school here, because we need more Black education. Ideas. So I've posted the stream in the comment section. So if you want to come live with me, please come on. I would love to meet you. I don't want you to run for cover when you see, oh, why would I run for cover? You know, we're all family here, right? We're all family. So please come on. Let me see you. Let me talk to you. Amen. Amen. That would be great. That is something that we need. Like having it to be such a hassle for my kids to learn tree in school. I didn't imagine that. I mean, come on, we live in Ghana, right? Why is it so difficult to get them to speak tree? I don't know. It's just weird. Hi, hello, Sydney. So I'm waiting for somebody to click on the link I posted and come live with me. Watching from the US. That's nice. Oh, you're traveling. Yeah, that makes it difficult. That makes it difficult. So why are we only with 38? Where are all the other people? Maybe I shouldn't have clicked it off. Sorry, guys. I like you too. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, my pimples are they're still there. Whew. Terrible. But yeah, what can I do? Oh, somebody's here. I can't see you, Mr. Prajit. I mean, you need to turn on your camera. You're in the waiting room, but you need to turn on your camera so I can see you and then everybody can see you. Let me add you to this room. Oh, unfortunately, Mr. Prajit was not connected. So let me invite somebody else. You can just click on the link and then come in the chat with me. So just click on the link and you come in the chat and we just chat. Don't be shy. Oh, there's somebody here. Hello. Hi, Monique. How are you?
Good. Hello. How are you?
Nice to meet you. Where are you calling from?
I'm in Boston, Massachusetts, in the U.S. Oh, no, you can see me on YouTube.
Yeah, you're live on YouTube. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you.
Did you have a question or are we just chatting?
No, I just wanted to say hello. I saw you posted the link, so I wanted to say hello. And also like about the schools and community center. Yesterday, Mark in Tanzania, he's a young man and he brought up starting schools and community centers in Tanzania. So, I think, that'd be something that we'd be able to do across the continent.
It's a wonderful idea, really wonderful idea. The thing is that when you come here, you have this expectation that, at least I had this expectation, like, oh, I'm gonna learn tree with the whole family. I'm gonna learn so much about the culture, this and that. But finding places to do that is actually quite difficult, which is crazy. But so I definitely see a big business opportunity in there, and there's lots of people who want to learn. So if you can come here and set that up, I'll be happy to help.
All right. Thank you very much. And I'll reach out to you on email. Oh.
Hi, little guy. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, now the other lady's gone. So you have to connect your device. Alex and Prujafi, who I can't pronounce your name, or somebody. So if you add your device, then you can come on the live stream as well. Let me add the link again. Something was wrong with the connection, I guess. But it's so lovely meeting you guys. Thank you very much. I'm learning to like my hair. You see, that is another crazy thing. I think us Black women, especially, I don't know about men, but Black women have this issue that we always want to have like fake hair and then fake nails and then fake lashes. I was one of them. And I think I still am. It's just that I'm trying to learn how to love myself the way I was born. Like this is my first time, and I think coming to Ghana has really helped that, because I see so many people in waves, in braids and all of that. So it doesn't really matter the way I feel. I walk out of my house, I'm just comfortable around my own people. But I would still love more people to wear their natural hair. Like sometimes you'll be seeing aunties on the street wearing a wig, and I'm like, auntie, throw that wig away. Your natural hair is so much nicer. So in May, I have I had something called Natural May on Instagram. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, please do. It's the Acheampong family on Instagram. So there I had a challenge for myself. Like I challenged myself to be natural for a whole month. And that is something I've never done before in my whole life. Like I have never wore my natural hair out for a whole month or even just a couple of days. I would always put wigs or weave on. So yeah, that is a challenge I had for myself, and it was really great. And yeah, we're in June, and I'm still trying to rock my natural hair. I'm still learning, but I think it's good, and I think everybody should join and not say goodbye, but then switch it up a little. Also know how to take care and love your own natural hair. Oh, there's somebody here. Hello. Oh, then she's gone again. How you diss me like that? Okay. If you use fake hair or weave, it's clear you mean you are not better enough. You are Black and you want to be white. Yeah, I think deep down below that is where it stems from. But I don't want to be white, but I just like wearing weaves and a wig. Especially a wig is way more easy than natural hair. But I think we should learn how to love our natural hair first and then switch it up whenever you feel like you have to or you need to or you want to. Yeah. My natural hair is short. It's like most of the time. Yeah. We also need to learn how to cut your hair. If you don't cut your hair, it's not gonna grow. So that I think that's something, a stigma that people don't really want to do. Like nobody wants to cut their hair, but it's necessary. It's really necessary. Oh yeah, you see, we don't need to use all that craziness on our heads and stuff like that. My wife and I are building at Aberry Mountains. Oh, that's so great. That is so great. Aberry, that's actually where I want to live. Like I think Aberry is so beautiful. It's much greener, and it's like on the top of a mountain, so you have a beautiful view. Like if I could choose, I would live there. But then schools, that is my issue. Like how are you doing that with schools? Are you do you have schooling children, or what are your plans if you're moving there? Kindly let me know. Red, gold, green. So there's somebody again. Let's see if it works this time. Hello.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm fine. And you?
I finally get to talk to you. Oh my gosh, I'm like so not good with this technology stuff.
Oh, don't worry about it. Good to have you on. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Texas. I'm in Houston, Texas, in the United States.
Oh, nice. Beyonce. That's what I always think about, Beyonce's like my imaginary sister.
Oh my gosh,
Nice.
like I feel like Ghana is definitely 100% where I need and want to be.
Okay.
But I will be honest. I started YouTube. I'm getting there. I just started, but
Hmm.
I think my biggest concern is children because I have four, and I'm like with the school fees. Of course, I would like a bridge of international and local. So, do you know any areas where they have like that kind of bridge where it's not 100% international or 100% local? So I think that's what a lot of us would be wanting to
Any
know.
type, yeah, any type of school you want in Accra, you can find. There's so many stuff to choose from. But let me first ask by saying, how old are your kids?
Uh, 3 to up to 12. The youngest is 3. The oldest is 12. So
Okay.
there's no playing game. This is the time they need to be in
Yeah.
Ghana. Like, I mean, of course, I have family. I ask around, but with 4, it's like, okay.
Difficult. Yeah, that's a big chunk of money. So I'll definitely say that the ones from 3 and 4 could really adjust much better to Ghanaian schooling than the older ones. So maybe you switch it up and you have the old ones in a more of international school system and the younger ones in a more of a local school system. The problem or the thing that I find difficult, I will not really say that as a problem, but the thing I find difficult in Ghanaian teachings is that the way teachers maybe are also taught is to teach with fear and install fear and install authority. And then so Ghanaian children are basically being brought up to learn how to follow instructions. And I feel like children should also learn and be way more creative and also think for themselves. And that is something that I think is a little missing in society. Like kids don't really need to be brought up to follow instructions. Sure, they need to sit in the classroom and listen, but they also need to think for themselves and not know that, okay, your timetables and just have to stamp it in. So that is an adjustment that you're gonna have to make when you choose for
I
your kids
just
to be.
like for me, because I did grow up in Ghana, in the Ghanaian educational system, and I had some very good experiences and very bad experiences. I do think times have changed a bit. I mean, I don't know how much more. Obviously, this was a very long time ago, but I would say I did learn a lot through that discipline in
Mhm.
the Ghanaian educational system. So yeah, I think it's just a little bit. Sometimes you're just so used to that Western culture, and I'm not new to Ghana. It's actually not. It's not a place where it's so new to me, but it will be new for my kids. So
Yeah,
it's
sure,
something that
sure.
I'm like, oh my God, I don't want them to end up in a school where they're lashing you or anything like that. And I don't think they do things like that anymore. But I do
They
want
do.
to. I would like a blend. They do. Oh my gosh, really?
Like Sophie's school, they wouldn't lash her, definitely not, because I told them in the beginning, like, I don't agree on that, but they still do. And so I think it all depends on your children. Like, could your child handle another kid being lashed? Like, are they okay with that? And Sophie was like trying to stand up for the girl, and then she was basically told that go and sit down, otherwise you're gonna have some too. And so I think that is a choice for parents to make. Like, do you want your child in that environment? I personally don't. But if you feel like that is helping your child, by all means, there's so many schools to choose from. But I just believe that the way the education system now is set up is not made to have leaders, it's made to have followers. And that is something I feel is sad, because I feel like Ghanaian kids have so much more potential than I believe African kids have so much more potential, but the way they are being taught is like they're not allowed to think for themselves, and that is something that I don't agree with. So we have taken them out of that system. But if you think that is the best choice for your kids, by all means go ahead. And of course, having them in a system for 3, 2, or 4 years is very good for them to have that stamina and learn how to be tough as well. But I think it all depends on your child. Like, could your child handle it, yes or no? Like Sophie definitely couldn't.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I think you're doing an awesome job showing off your family. It's very helpful. I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing an awesome job, and God bless your family.
Okay, thank you too. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Raising your family in Africa is the best foundation for future generation. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. Like whatever happens in life, the everything that we have installed in Sophia, Micah, and Ghana has installed in them, they are definitely never going to use that. Yeah, I think a lot of teachers are like that, and it's not bad. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. And I think African people are so very resilient, because if my dad talks about what happens with him in school, like the way he was lashed and caned and all of that, and he's still a grounded individual, like I'm so amazed. I would have been traumatized. Like I could not handle all that stress. So it really depends on your child. And I think if Michael would have stayed in the system, he would be really tough and he could handle it, because he wasn't yet used to education in the West. But Sophie was already exposed for that like 3 years before she came to Ghana. So for her, making that switch was just too difficult. And I also think you need to look at the individual, look at your child, and see if like they could handle being in that type of environment. But I truly believe that the way it is not bad. It's not bad at all. I think Ghanaian school system can be very high, because your child is going to learn a lot. Like your child is going to learn so much. I had my niece here a couple months ago, and she was learning about stems from how do you say that, from trees, and a whole crazy biology. And she was writing it down like crazy. And I'm like, baby, where did you get that knowledge? But the knowledge is in her head, like she has copied a textbook and placed it in her head. But like really having the practical skills to put that knowledge into place, that is, I think, something that's lacking right now. And that is why we took them out of that school system and placed them in another school system. But I'm not saying Ghanaian school system is bad. It's just not for everybody. So if you need more advice, please book a consultation. We have a one-on-one discussion about what's best for your kid. Thought about percent. Thank you very much. You know, I think if English would be my first language, that would be definitely something I would pursue. But I have to think so much before I talk, that it makes it very difficult. And sometimes I don't really have the right things that I'm saying. And maybe I wanted to say something in a different type of way, or I come across very rude, or I'm saying something bad, or I'm saying not exactly what I want to. So I don't really feel comfortable. But I'm definitely gonna look in having another course in English, like business English course, so I could better articulate what I want to say. Like if I could speak to you in Dutch, I'll be so much more intelligent and so much more open and just freely talk freely. But English is still difficult for me, so I wouldn't be comfortable yet. Yes, I think so too. I think Ghanaian school system is very, very good. I just think it's not made to have leaders, and I think that is what we need to add to it to make it perfect. Yes. Giving kids that much freedom makes them start thinking they know more than they actually do. I can't teach British kids anymore because they're over. Yeah, I think it has its pros and its cons. Just that I believe, and that is because I was schooled in that type of way, that kids learn more when they feel safe. So being an my degree was in early child development and child protective services. So what goes on psychologically in a child's mind, I believe, can be way more expanded when the child feels safe. When a child does not feel safe, that child doesn't learn at its best capacity. So can you imagine all the kids that are being taught now, if it's really true, right? If it's really true that kids need to feel safe in order to learn, the way that they have learned right now, if they have an environment where they feel safe, I think we're gonna have so many more people in high places if we could just add that little safety in school, I think. When you're growing up in the 60s, teacher will whip us, then they stop as a teacher and will never hit a child. I don't think it's good. Oh, Gloria, are you a teacher? So let me ask you this then. Because there's also another thing, right? Which I'm always thinking about. How come African people are so resilient? Maybe they are so resilient because they have been through so much. Like nothing shakes them. They're not shook of anything. Like they can have trials and tribulations that they're going to, which in the West people would already have burnout or depression, and African people are still standing. So maybe education is also a big part of that. Maybe we just need that whipping education or that lashing or that caning, whatever happened in school, the fear that was installed is also good in a type of way. I don't know, because I'm not really seeing a lot of depression or burnout around me. Like, there's no time for that in Ghana. Like, nobody has the time to be depressed. You can't be depressed. You need to continue working and hustle so that you get to feed yourself and your family. There's no time for burnout here. Keep it moving. So where does that come from? That is also a big question. So yeah, I think we can debate on that. I would love to have a debate on that, like, what is best for anybody, and I'm just doing what I feel is best for my children. I'm not saying that you should do that too. My dad would lash with the belt and quite brutal with the belt and discipline. So it's not about the school system. There are so many school systems. You have the British curriculum, English curriculum, IB, there's Montessori, there's so many things in Ghana you can choose from. It's just that the teachers who are in the schools are either schooled in Ghana, so they're not really schooled in that type of way. Maybe they had like a small course of how to be a British, how to teach a British curriculum, but they're not really British teachers. Like they haven't really grown how to, see, this is my English, they haven't really been educated how to teach in a British curriculum way, which makes it that the execution of it can be different. Like a very simple example. In Marcus and Sophie's formal school, they would have circle time, and a circle time in the British curriculum means that you're sitting in a circle and talking about maybe your feelings, how you spend your weekend, or you just talk basically. Well, for them, circle time was just sitting in a circle and clapping like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm not saying it's bad, but that is not what was meant for the circle time. So that is like, I think, the little lack of education of that system that is not there yet. So yeah, that's what makes it difficult here. Yes, I taught young children, I talk to the child and make sure that, yes, I think also is very important. But there's no depression there. There's depression, they're just not diagnosed. True. So maybe there is. That is really something I would love to look into. I think a lot of people on the street, like the people who we say are crazy, have had a mental issue, and they're just, yeah, maybe by themselves now. I don't know. I've tried to talk with some of them for some time, but it's difficult. Like, I think there's a language barrier. There was one lady in East Lake on which I would just always give her food. Like, she would see my car, she would stop my car, and she would actually say her food for today. So any food I had in the car, or I just go and stop and buy something for her, or give her some money to go and buy it. So I was trying to build that relationship with her, to actually talk to her. But I think her mental state was just not really, I don't know, maybe it was a language barrier, or she wasn't capable of having a discussion with me. Oh, that's so nice. Hello, Dee. Please go back to work. Yeah. Don't let me take you off your work. I'm also working right now, so don't let me take you off work. Here is another invite. Anybody who wants to come on, I'd love to have a discussion about anything. I think we're on the depression teaching subject right now, but anything is welcome. This is more interactive. Thank you very much. I'm just trying my best. Depression and other mental illnesses, they're just ignored. That is also not bad, not good at all. Not good at all. A youngster's heart is filled with foolishness, but physical discipline can drive it far. Good one. Very good. Yes, like everything is moderate. It's okay. Don't beat a child like you're trying to kill them or take anger on them. But small knocks when the whole class. Okay. Maybe. For me, I want the child to be comfortable and safe. Yeah. So it all depends on the person. It all depends on the person, I guess. Hello, Empress. Can we see you, please?
Not right now.
Okay. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to meet you. Where are you calling from?
Likewise, I'm actually in Ghana, and
Oh,
guess
nice.
where I live? I live in your old house.
You live in my old house?
I do.
You mean the Ajingano house?
Ghana, exactly.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's so
Yes, I
funny.
do.
Okay, are you comfortable? Are you okay? Like, did they fix everything?
He did. He did take care of a lot of stuff. That was some issues.
We'd love to come and
Yeah.
visit you if you let us. That's so
Yes,
fun.
of course. The neighbor, I don't know if you remember him, Jerry.
Yeah.
He said that your husband came by one day, but I think he visited them. He just stopped and saw them. He was in the area.
Oh, that's
I
so
was
funny. And do you have kids or are you there alone? Like, that's a big house.
I do. I have 2 children. It is a lot of house. It's a
Nice.
lot of
Oh,
house.
nice. Oh, that's great. I hope that you're happy there.
Yeah, I am. It's different in Ghana, the landlord
Yeah,
renter thing, but he's actually taking care of a lot of the stuff that was issues.
that's so great. Okay, maybe if you can slide in my DM or send me an email, I'd love to come and visit you. I think the kids would be so happy.
Of course, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Oh, nice to meet you,
Yeah,
Emma.
definitely. I wanted to also talk about the depression
Oh, yeah,
here.
sure.
I
Do you
feel
think?
like us as an indigenous race, we handle depression and things of that sort differently because we are so accustomed to issues and things being harder for us to attain. We've just developed a shell, and we've developed a lot of coping mechanisms, just natural coping mechanisms that we do. We party on the weekends. We take all of that out, and that is our stress reliever as we do other things. But we've learned coping mechanisms to handle it. Now, other races, if given the stress that we're under, they would not be able to handle it.
Yes,
We're built for that. So I think we handle it differently and we're stronger because
yeah.
of it. So sometimes we have it easy and we don't even know how to handle it being easy. That makes us depressed because we're like, what do I do now? So that's why you see a lot of will come into money and then just go mad. We don't know what to do with it. We don't know how to, handle that type of freedom, that type of, money coming in. So I think we're just built like that. We're built very strong. And sometimes the ones that do break, it's usually some type of spiritual attack, or maybe some type of I know people that have gone mad, they put something in their ganja that they smoke and it just licks their head out. But it's different reasons. I think the people have those mental issues, and I'm not sure if it starts with depression or if it's some type of schizophrenic. Like you said, it's very undiagnosed here. But yeah, it's amazing the things that we can go through and come out on top or survive and still be happy.
Yeah. So do you think, like, because I am amazed each and every day to see like let's say, local people around us living in the type of circumstances and still happy and smiling. Like, I wouldn't want to say black or white, but if you see people from a different skin color, I would say, okay, let's place that person in the Netherlands. That person would already be depressed and popping pills and whatever to succumb that life circumstance. But here, people are happy and smiling. So do you actually think that, like, where does that come from? Is it in our DNA?
I definitely believe it's in the DNA. It's just it's from region to region, because you'll find in different regions they may handle things different, or they're just not as jovial and as lively, happy as they are here in Ghana. But here in Ghana, it's just a peaceful. It has to be in the DNA. They're just very peaceful people, happy most of the time. They argue with passion. But then it's love afterwards. You think it's gonna go to blows, and then you see these two people talking like nothing ever happened. So and it's the same for Jamaicans, but it's different with every region. It's not just, I would say, one people, but it's how you handle things and how you're taught to handle things. If you see your parents stressing out, pulling their hair out when you barely have something to eat, no, they're happy. They play games with you, and you provide, and you think we're the richest people in the world because you have food. You know, maybe very little, and maybe not what you want, but you have food. But if you're taught to stress and be down and just give up, and that's what you're going to learn. But I think it's also a learned happiness, a learned peacefulness.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I can't wait to meet you. I'm so intrigued. Like, you're living in
Likewise.
People are already saying I want to interview on the channel, so please connect with me, and then we see how we can make that happen. Very nice.
Definitely will. You're welcome anytime.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
hello,
hi.
Lisa.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm nervous, but I want
you
you to know
don't need to be.
Oh, thank you. But
Yeah.
I'm calling from Maryland in the United States. I've been following you and your beautiful family since I saw you guys on Rota Maya. And just so many inspirations from you, because I've been wanting to come to Ghana for years. I did my DNA, and I do have Ghanaian. I know for you and your husband, it's closer because you all have, I think, a parent who's from Ghana.
Yes. But I truly believe that everybody who is Black comes from Africa in a way, and that if you did your DNA, from Ghana, like, welcome to the family.
Thank you. So a couple of things. The topic that the lady who just was talking to you, that was just so relevant, and especially here in America, we face so much adversity, so much racism, but in spite of all that, we're still here. We still keep going. I believe it's spiritual, as well as that innate that was born into us, which I think is spiritual. And on a more lighter topic, the hair, I've been natural now for over 10 years. I'm a grandmom, and actually 12 years. And I made that decision because of the damage that perms do to your hair, and blow drying and all that. And then about 2 years ago, I locked my hair, and oh my gosh, I love it. Yes, I absolutely love it. And you see so much of that here in America, where people are, my speaker doesn't work, so I have to use the earpiece. But you see that so much here in the United States, where people are going back natural, because that was kind of a big move here in the 60s and 70s. And now people are turning back to that and want natural hair and healthy hair, and realizing, like you said, our hair, how beautiful our hair is, how versatile. And just, we probably have been under the conditioning of doing things that damage our hair, so we really didn't even know how to take care of it. But I can say now that I do, and I have 5 daughters, and they have beautiful hair. They take care of their hair. I have grandchildren.
I'm a grandmom. I have 5 daughters, 1 son, and I have 11 grandchildren.
That is amazing.
So
Look at you. So beautiful. Black
oh,
don't crack.
no, it doesn't. You should see my mom and her sisters and my aunts.
Wow.
But God is good. But just thank you. You keep doing what you're doing. We're learning so much from you. You're beautiful. Your family is beautiful. You're inspirational. And real quick, I have a couple of cousins who are the children of my uncle, my mom's oldest brother, and they're biracial. They claim Black, but their mother is white. And one of them was afraid to come because she thought she wouldn't be accepted. So I turned them on to you and your family and just said, that's just a lie that's out there. You absolutely will be. So you're touching so many
Everybody is
people.
accepting us. Like, we don't really have racism here. There is something that is like reverse racism, that the lighter you are, the more appreciated you are. Like, last week, my auntie's birthday, and then I know my auntie, but I don't know her that well, and they invited me to come and cut the cake for her. And I'm like, why am I cutting the cake? Let her husband and the people cut the cake. No, you have to be in because it's nice. You are light skinned. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so deep rooted.
Yeah,
I didn't want to talk
it is.
at that point, but then when I visited her and explained that to her, he just doesn't comprehend. So that is something that really needs to change. But please don't be scared to come to Ghana. Like, it doesn't matter your skin color. You are celebrated when you come to the country. We love to have you here. We love to have you here.
And I'm going to have them watch this and continue to watch you. And also, if you ever get a chance, check out Dr. Joy DeGrew, and she talks a lot about what you guys were talking about with the last caller. But take care.
Joy DeGrew.
DeGruy, and she's a psychologist, therapist from the United States, and she's done awesome work on the effects of colonialism, racism, slavery, and all of that. But just really an on-time topic. But I don't want to keep you. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Very nice to meet you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you guys. This made me so happy. I wish there wasn't any COVID so we can just do a meet and greet and then meet everybody up. But let's see if we can try and find a way around that. And okay, here it is, Dr. Joy DeGrew. I think we have so many topics to talk about, so many video ideas you just gave me, like talking about depression, talking a little more about schooling, like maybe I would have a talk with somebody who has a kid in a really local school who likes their kid to be beaten and what's the reason that they really like that, and then try and see the other way. Like, you've given me a lot of vim. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll come and see you again soon. I'll really love to. And yeah, what else can I say? Let's hope we can stay in Ghana. Oh, that is something. Okay, let me touch on that real quick. Financially, Ghana is very, very expensive. So we are not sure if we're staying, but let's keep our fingers crossed and make sure we can. So see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Mwah, 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 mwah.